What are you talking about? Shut the fuck up, Sheldon! One of our favorite characters. This is going to piss everybody off. Of course I mean retarded. In what universe do I have a sense of humor? In what fucking universe? Welcome back. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lore War. I'm your host, Mr. Duck. My co-host, Slingshot. Let's get into it. Today, I believe we said on the last episode that we're going to explore universe parallels in different TV shows. So let's get into it. All right, universe parallels. I actually have a couple funny ones. Obviously, I put some at the end of last week.
When you say funny, you mean retarded, right?
Of course I mean retarded. When I say I'm funny, I mean retarded. In what universe do I have a sense of humor? I mean, that's a whole other conversation where, like, oh, parallel universes. In which one does Mr. Duck have a sense of humor? I think my first parallel that I mentioned, which I bleeped out because spoilers. Like I said last week. Fucking spoilers! Editor, aka me in the future, cut that in. Anywho, back to what I was saying. The first parallel I'm going to be doing is going to be Captain Raymond Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and, of course, everybody's favorite, Sheldon Cooper.
Honestly, it works to me, but it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm going to explain you why I think it works, and then I'm going to see where you go with this. Because, like, think about it. They're robotic as fuck, but somehow come in clutch. Everybody has a love-hate relationship with them. And the camera's freezing. What the fuck?
No. It's good. It's good.
It's good? You sure? All right.
See?
I tried out a new camera. Hopefully, it's going to be a little bit better. But let's see what happens. I kind of don't like the angle. It looks like I'm on a slant, but whatever. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. No. As we
go. That's a little bit better. Okay. It's not great, but it's a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Oh, why do you think it doesn't work?
Why don't I think it doesn't work? Because Sheldon's more of like a detached, humanless person. Raymond Holt is more of a I don't express my emotions properly. There's a difference. Raymond Holt is a very emotional guy. He is. When you
Ray Holt is emotional?
Not
in what fucking universe?
I don't mean emotional like oh my gosh, I just got my I can't say it out there.
What's wrong with you?
But you get what I mean. I mean emotional, right?
As in, like, he can actually process emotion. As in, like, oh, I'm upset. I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I guess that's kind of
like Sheldon up until like the last few seasons couldn't process shit.
That's fair. This reminds me of that one time that he got like a prototype from MIT of a motion reading machine. That was great.
You fucked up everyone. You like literally fucked everyone.
Because you have like the Sheldon Penny thing where, Leonard Penny thing where Leonard's like, oh, I'm so happy for you. But he's mad.
Exactly.
Like, shut the fuck up, Sheldon. People lie about emotions all the time.
Exactly. Seriously. It's like,
one that I think is going to cause the most controversy. Alright, one that I think is going to cause the most controversy simply because you cannot stand the fact that I think this, is that Raj Koothrappali and Charles Boyle are that character. My opinion for this is that they're a side character to an extent. They're always tied to a main character's hip. They're always the little guy being made fun of. Like, Charles Boyle is the butt of all the jokes. Raj Koothrappali is the butt of all the jokes. Okay? And they're there for comedic effect. And they're there for comedic effect as far as the audience is concerned.
No. You find Boyle's funny?
He's there to be made fun of.
But Boyle character himself is disturbing, not funny.
Isn't he like 52?
I don't know how old the dude is. You know,
he's a 52-year-old kid.
But he looks good for his age, right?
But he's also like 2 feet tall. So
yeah, exactly. So you don't really.
Well, and here's the question: are there any similarities between Han and Charles besides height?
What Han who?
Han Solo. I don't fucking know his name. The diner dude.
Diner dude? In what?
In Two Broke Girls.
Oh, Han, the Asian dude.
Yes.
Oh,
are there any similarities there?
You're talking about Han Solo from Star Wars. I'm like, where the does that?
We discussed this already. I don't know the Star Wars universe
Me neither.
yet. I plan on learning it. I'm gonna sit down as soon as I finish editing this, which, let's be honest, is gonna be like 5 minutes before I post it. But I'm gonna start watching the Star Wars. So I have a buddy. Okay, he goes by name. As I do things, I have a nickname for him. Basically, he's kind of sort of missing an arm, so I call him Captain Hook, and he's fucking hilarious.
That dude.
Yes, that dude.
Oh,
He's amazing.
So
I'm gonna have him on when I do a Star Wars episode once they complete the Star Wars universe.
are we gonna make fun of him and say he got his hand chopped off by?
Okay, I'm gonna. First of all, I might have to cut that. But second of all, no, he was born that way. He's an amazing dude. He's hilarious.
I know, but we
Shout
have to bust his balls. Like that's the whole purpose of having someone like that.
Shout out Captain
Yeah.
Hook. You know who you are. I'm gonna have you on probably around episode 10, 15, hopefully, if I can stick around that long.
Yes.
Where we're kind of getting off track as far as parallels go. Universe parallels. What else did I want to discuss? I had a whole bunch of good parallels. Have you watched Shameless?
Yeah, but I haven't watched it in like 2 years.
Okay.
I can remember some things.
Shameless. You didn't watch Poker Face, but for those of you who watched Poker Face,
I
and for those of you who didn't, I encourage it. Slingshot, you're watching Poker Face on your free time
No, I'm
instead
not.
of fucking basketball. So Poker Face, the premise is there's our main character named Charlie Kale. Charlie is basically, she can tell when somebody's lying. I can't explain it. It's just the reality. But basically, she can tell when someone's lying. So she used to be a big poker player, obviously, because that's how we roll. But basically, she ends up getting in trouble with something. Somebody's trying to kill her. She ends up going on the road. And while she's on the road, she ends up like there's these murders that just happen, and she uncovers them because she can tell when somebody's lying. And basically, her knowing when somebody's lying eventually leads her to be like to actually investigate and actually get good proof. And then she ends up becoming friends with an FBI agent throughout the first season. Which honestly, Peacock, I'm waiting for season 2. It's a great show. Give me more.
It's a great
Me want
show.
more Poker Face. So basically, one of the first guys, the basically dude on the casino. I'm not going to spoil too much because it's a great show, and I encourage you all to watch it. Poker Face. It's on Peacock. Peacock shows. It's not bad. I was
came out of Peacock is Bel Air. You gotta watch it. Such a good drama. Such a good drama.
Okay, you say this until you watch Poker Face, and then we can agree to disagree, because that's a great Peacock show. But basically, she ends up becoming just spoiler alert, over the course of season 1.
If you want me to watch it, why would you spoil it?
Over the course of season 1, she becomes friends with an FBI agent. That FBI agent is played by one of our favorite characters, Howard. Yeah, you heard me right. The actor that plays Howard,
Right.
Simon Helberg.
Simon
plays-
Helberg is in Poker Face?
Simon Helberg is Luca Clark in Poker Face, Agent Luca Clark.
I feel like he hasn't had any good acting since he left.
He did, but he didn't do any major gigs.
Yeah, he did like.
I
small
literally
things.
can't name anybody from The Big Bang Theory that did any major gigs afterwards.
Penny. I don't know what her.
Oh yeah, Penny
Yeah,
just
she's
she has her
really
own
big.
series. Oh, and
She's really good. She has movies, TV shows.
Kaylee Cuoco. I have to look into it. But what? Froze again?
No, the way it was frozen was like.
Okay, for this, just for one reason, I hope the entire time it didn't freeze, but only this one time you actually capture the freeze, 'cause that would be fucking hilarious. Just me. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to try to find the freeze frame. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. No, but Penny, whatever, I don't know her.
Kaylee
actor
Cuoco.
name. Kaylee Cuoco, she's really popular.
Yeah. Also, she started like a dog food company or whatever. She's a big pet lover.
As long as it's dogs. I fuck with
Dogs are fucking amazing.
them. I love dogs. Cats suck.
Like I said, I'm gonna get a dog and name him Nacho.
No, you need to get a dog and name him Rufus.
Rufus.
Rufus is the most goated dog name. Come on.
Rufus. Here's the thing: if I get a big ass dog, like name him Duke. That's such a like big dog name. I'm gonna get like a big ass
No.
fucking husky and name her Duke.
Name him or her.
I don't know.
No gender dogs here. What's wrong with you? We're in 2025.
That's a HIPAA violation.
Get
I'm
woke.
not telling you what's wrong with me. And then also Melissa Rauch, the actor that plays Bernadette, she has her own show now.
yeah,
That's great.
but honestly, it got bad after the season.
You watched it?
Yeah.
What's it called? It's like a
It's called
family
Call
court
Me
show.
Cat.
What?
Call Me Cat.
Call Me Cat?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But it's
Okay,
kinda
okay.
like-
I
it's
know
kinda
I
like
do
a
this, but I
girly
want to know.
TV
Okay,
show.
hold on. I
I
really want
watched
to
it when
know.
I used to smoke.
Okay, you know how when I do this, my
You look
pinky
like
raises.
You look like a prick. Yes.
Hold on. This happens like all the time when people drink. They lift their pinkies. I want to know what the science behind that is. If there's anybody here that knows, hit me up. Just for the record, by the way. Actually, I should probably strike this from the record, but the email to reach out to us is in our bio.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who are
get
too
to
lazy,
know our psychopathic side.
psychopathic tendencies. That's evil. That's like evil queen type shit. Let's see what else. Fuck. I was gonna say something and then. Oh, the email address is the lorewar at duck.com, I believe. I'm gonna have to double check. It might be the lorewarpod at duck.com. I would have to check again. Really, really sorry that I don't remember it off it, but that's that. Also, like realistically, I'm probably gonna get 6 views. Well, honestly, by the way, shout out. So at the time of recording, I believe we have about 155 views. So thank you all. Even though I know a lot of you just well, probably not the guys who are gonna watch the second episode, but a lot of people that watched the first episode just clicked through it. At one point, I had 80% click through rate.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a nice 10 hours of watch time, which, thank you very much. Either way, moving on. Let's see. More parallels that I want to do, and this is going to piss everybody off.
Including me?
Definitely you.
Mm-hmm.
Two Broke Girls and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Not the shows, two specific characters. And when I name the characters, you're going to be like, what the fuck, these characters are literally nothing alike. But when I point it out, you're going to be like, holy shit, you're right.
No, I never agree. I don't.
Okay.
I don't agree.
Oleg and Sophie.
I don't agree.
Oleg and Sophie.
I don't do deals with terrorists.
Okay, Oleg and Sophie. Y'all know who that is. Sophie. As well as, okay, Oleg and Sophie.
Sophie or Oleg and Sophie?
Oleg and Sophie. Oleg and Sophie. And Diaz and Adrian Pimento.
No. That is a violation.
Let me explain.
You know that means that one there's a that's where you
that one there is a violation. Personally, okay. Maybe in the edit if I'm not I did not mean to shake the entire universe. Maybe if I'm not too lazy. Maybe if I'm not too lazy, I'll put it in.
No, but
in all fairness, by the way, just for the record, so you guys know how much effort I put into last week's episode, I was up all night till 9 a.m. editing. I mean, in all fairness, I don't know how to edit, and that was my first time ever editing. So, like, obviously, it took me 7 fucking hours to edit a 1-hour podcast. Which, by the way, I saw the comments. I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter. Probably not 20 minutes. Probably closer to 30, maybe 45 if I just keep rambling. So I have to actually cut out a lot of this BS. So let me just explain why I think Sophie and Oleg and
I would say Boyles and what's her name and
Boyle and Linetti?
Not Boyle and Linetti. Boyle and what's
Gina?
No, not Gina. What's
Gina's Linetti?
No. Boyle and what's her name? The guy.
Genevieve?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you on?
They're both weirdly and abrasively sexual. That's the only comparison. Olaf is disgusting.
Olaf, like the snowman from Frozen?
I meant not Olaf. I meant
it's Oleg.
Oleg and Sophie are disgusting.
Okay. Let me explain to you for a minute.
Diaz and Pimento are...
Okay, do I need to pull up a clip? Oh.
Are just straight up, like, disturbing.
Do I need to pull up a clip? So, here's what I'm saying, okay? The woman in both of these categories, both Diaz and Sophie, are beloved by fans. I don't understand why Sophie's beloved by...
I hate her.
Same. I don't understand why Sophie... I don't understand why Sophie's beloved by fans.
The thing that pisses me off the most, you know how every time she walks in the fucking diner?
Yeah.
There's the cheering, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, it's just applause. So that's the thing. I personally don't understand. I personally don't understand why people love Sophie so much. Like all the cheering and everything. That's not for me. But Diaz is a
Yeah,
beloved.
Diaz is awesome because like, see, this is the part I was about to actually slap you for. You should never compare Sophie and Diaz. Diaz is much cooler, much better character.
I'm not comparing the characters. I'm comparing the relationships. No, hang with me. You have
Explain your abominational take.
Okay, so everybody is afraid of Oleg. Not that they're afraid of him, but it's like you're fucking weird. I don't like you. Back
Nobody,
off.
no.
Adrian is just fucking scary.
No, Adrian is psychopath.
Okay, Adrian is crazy. Oleg is kind of
gross.
Yeah, exactly.
Disturbing.
But he's so gross that it borderlines on crazy. And both Diaz and Sophie are beloved fans, are fan favorites. And have you ever seen like when you know when like
I like Han better than Sophie.
Okay, unrelated, but we'll get to that in a minute because I'm trying to cover parallels over here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're trying to cover parallels. I'm kind of selfish for some reason. I'm genuinely sorry. I'm gonna apologize right now. Shut the fuck up.
I agree. I was about to say that.
But you have so like you remember when Diaz and Pimento reunited and they just go full on Sophie and Oleg?
No, they don't go full on.
Really?
Sophie and Oleg is doing it in literally every corner of every inch of the earth. They literally talked about how they did it in a freaking kiosk or something like that. I don't remember the exact details.
I know, but it's the same imagery.
They have sex
it's the same imagery, and everybody else is always like, "Okay, I'm out." You know, you have like Max. Even Max is fucking like, "Okay, I'm out. That's it. I'm done."
Yeah. When Max says I'm out, that means it's real.
But you have the same thing with like fucking Terry and whatever.
No. See, the difference is, Jake. Nobody in the TV show. Just leave it, dude. Just leave it. We'll go back.
All right.
Okay. Seriously, stop.
All right.
So what I'm saying is, with like Terry and the crew, right?
Okay.
Terry's the only one who voices it, right? Everyone else just walks away because they just know. With like the thing
is, Max is the only one that really.
The whole crew says you're disgusting.
I guess that's fair.
That's a difference.
Okay.
It's a very
Who's
big
the
difference.
fucking kid though? Okay. You know how Han's like a kid, and if like something's going on, he's gonna like.
Who would you consider the kid of?
No. I mean, who's the Han of our favorite shows that we discussed?
Who's the Han of our favorite shows?
Yeah. Because what I'm saying is like, you know how Han Sheldon is like all afraid or whatever.
Sheldon.
Young Sheldon or old Sheldon?
Old Sheldon, because old Sheldon like.
Old Sheldon doesn't give a fuck.
Nobody's more phobic of everything. Young Sheldon doesn't like give a fuck really. Like he'll just sanitize and like. But like old Sheldon is like.
Yeah,
oh
I know.
God, but you have a cold. No.
Yeah, I know, but like old Sheldon like will talk about certain things that if it's even brought up, Han's gonna have a fucking heart attack.
No.
I brought you feminine hygiene product in case it's time of the cycle.
What?
You know, I brought feminine hygiene product in case it's that time of the month. Like, if Han heard that, he would fucking pass out.
No, but the difference is like Sheldon's like, sex. It's like gross.
Okay, also, just random thing. Once we're talking about Sheldon and coitus, hypothetically, all of Sheldon's kids should have the same birthday.
Oh shit! No, but if you don't remember, after they got married, they started having sex regularly.
No. Yeah. So at the end, that was only during the honeymoon.
No, but yeah, it wasn't like it was during the honeymoon and also after.
Only during the honeymoon, because I don't, and I'll tell you why.
They didn't publicize it, but it was implied.
No. Because, and I'll tell you why. Because at the end of Young Sheldon, okay, where you have Sheldon writing something, and they're preparing to go to Leonard Cooper's soccer game or hockey game or whatever. And
Leonard.
Yeah, he has a son named Leonard in the end of Young Sheldon. Okay?
I didn't watch the end.
Okay, then you're missing out, but I'll pull it up over here.
Even as a child, I was always doing things to make other people happy.
Doing things to make other people happy? You've got to be kidding me.
Don't read over my shoulder.
Well, are you writing your memoir or a fantasy novel?
For your information, the word memoir comes from memory, and these memories are mine.
And since when do you go out of your way to make other people happy?
How about once a year on your birthday?
Other than that, when?
All the time.
Sheldon, while I was giving birth, you zoomed into a seminar.
You were taking forever to dilate, and I'd already made my contribution to the project, which, need I remind you, was on your birthday.
For you guys that didn't see it yet. But basically, he says that she says, like, you weren't even in the hospital when I gave birth to him. The least you can do is come watch his hockey game. And he's like, I already contributed to that project. That was on your birthday, by the way. So that implied that they still only had coitus. I love that word. It's a coitus.
No,
Coitus.
stop. It's weird.
It's fucking hilarious. You also have the backstory in Young Sheldon as to how he started using that word.
Don't remember, but I know that.
Basically, he's like looking through the dictionary for a non-offensive word for sex, and he's like, "Coitus, this is perfect."
Sounds like something Sheldon would do.
It-
Sheldon is the most abrasive person ever.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's just like fucking annoying. And it's not. And even I feel like even when Sheldon started to understand emotion, he did it on purpose. There's
A little bit.
Come on.
There
He
has to be.
treated everyone like shit. The only time he actually gave anyone props and treated them nicely was in the fucking finale of the series.
That's fair. It's
He
it's
gave
like he
nobody
suddenly
credit.
became human.
He was never human.
No, I'm saying during
He was
his
as
speech. It's like he suddenly became
not
human and remembered the
conspiracy,
thing.
all fact.
Conspiracy.
He is a robot.
Nah, I think he's more likely to be an alien. Like 80% of the jokes were like robot jokes and alien jokes. The funny thing is how he always says that he wants to become a robot.
Yeah, no, but the funny thing is, he's like, you remember the prom episode?
I remember it. I don't remember what happened though.
Okay, so basically Sheldon was like scared that the implications of prom night, right? That you're gonna have sex.
Oh my god!
Right? And then he's like,
Hold on,
like-
that's the episode where you
and
told
then-
Amy I love you.
yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, okay, so basically,
Oh, that was a fucking bother.
spoilers, by the way.
No such thing. That show was like a decade old. Half decade. No, it's
How's
like
it-
a decade old.
But how do you know that people haven't? People are middle series.
That's fair, but also like I could finish that entire show in a week. Speaks to how much empty time I have. Well, not
What
anymore.
the fuck?
Not anymore, but I used to be able to just binge an entire show.
In a week, 12 seasons.
Okay, fine. I could probably do it in 2 weeks.
Okay, good.
I did all of SWAT, all 6 seasons, right before the 7th season came out. I did all 6 seasons in a week and a half.
Of SWAT?
SWAT, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
When did season 7 come out?
I don't know. They're on like episode something. I can't even check because my phone is being used and my laptop is being used. But I can Google it later.
Okay. So basically,
They're on like episode 13, I think.
okay, it's probably like a couple months ago.
Yeah, because I remember they took a big fat break after like episode 6. They took a 2-month break. I don't know what that was about, but it happened.
That's what they do in a lot of TV shows. In anime, they do it all the time.
I don't like anime.
Yeah, no, freaking hate it.
It's weird because I'm a fucking nerd. Like I fit the profile of somebody who would like anime, but then I just don't like anime.
The movie with Adam Sandler?
No.
Oh.
I watched like 3 Adam Sandler movies. And yes, I know I'm a criminal.
Everyone in the comments shame him.
Yeah,
Call him
everybody go yell at Mr. Duck to watch more Adam Sandler movies.
Exactly.
Just go like, Mr. Duck, you gotta watch.
Mr.
Just
Fuck.
I'll tell you what. Spam me with recommendations of shit to watch, and then I'll do maybe even an exclusive episode of just all that shit. After I'm just gonna binge watch all the
Actually, that makes
comment
sense.
suggestions,
That's good.
and just do a full on like a 3-hour episode of just every little thing is just yapping about it. I love how I came here with the exposed tent. Like I have Ray Holtz, Charles Boyle, and Raj Kutrapali, the fucking Sophie and Sophie Oleg and Pimento Diaz. And I'm just getting sidetracked, which I love about this podcast, but also like I have so many good ones I want to get out.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a comparison.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna be really pissed at you if this is bad or if this is one of mine.
Okay. I don't know if you're gonna like it. Max and Diaz.
Max and Diaz. I see it.
I'll explain to you.
I see it. I see it.
I'll explain to you.
They're like confident. They're like almost borderline cocky, confident, and they both have street smarts. That was actually.
And they don't give a shit.
I'll be honest. That was actually in my
both
notes.
Don't give a shit. They're like, come at me, bitch.
100%.
They're like, come at me. You want me to shut up? Make me shut up.
It's weird because they're also like opposite ends of the spectrum. One is like a feared cop. The other one like doesn't give a shit, just living life. Exactly. Oh, I have a pet rat. Cool. Pet rat died. Get fucked. Also, when I say a pet rat, for those of you who have been to Brooklyn, you know what I'm talking about.
The fuck?
She lives in fucking Williamsburg, dude.
I know, but not everywhere in Williamsburg has hidden rats, dude.
It's a joke.
I know. I just wanted to take it too serious.
I'm going to take everything too serious. Why do I keep... I just randomly spawn accents. For example, what the fuck is that? That's like... I don't even know.
That's Hungarian.
Have you ever heard my German accent? I'm going to slap you in the face.
No, I will slap you in the face.
I'm going to slap you in the face, yeah? Actually, last episode. You actually slapped me last episode. But... You did. Mm-hmm. And that's when I name dropped Nacho. Hi, Nacho, even though you're not going to watch this again.
Didn't Nacho say that he's going to sue you for using his name?
It's not even his name. It's not like I
know, but he said he's going to sue you.
It's not like I exposed his name, so it's like, whatever.
Yeah, I know. It was a joke, but yeah, obviously.
And no, a fucking what the fuck? Sorry about that.
Dude, stop. Just let it go. It will freeze.
Let it go.
No!
Oh, hold on.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, I won't sing the entire song, but let it go, it'll freeze. I'm sorry. You set yourself the fuck up for that one. Now just live with that reality. Yes, the Max Black Rosa Diaz comparison, I kind of see. Okay, here's the question. First of all, fuck Oscar.
What?
But Oscar, what's his name? Hutchinson from The Rookie. I don't feel like we did any of The Rookie references.
Why Oscar?
Because I don't like him. I mean, he's a great character, but I don't like whatever. Hold on. Is Oscar...
Oscar's chill. I like Oscar.
Oscar murdered a motherfucker and then escaped with Jason.
I know. Oscar's chill. I like Psychopath. Yeah.
You heard it here first. Sling is a psychosexual. And he,
no.
And he has a crush on Oscar.
I like psychopaths.
I am psychopath.
I am.
Why is my default like whenever I want to make an accent? Why is my default
psychopaths? You know, psychosexual.
You like psychopaths. You heard it here first. Sling is a psycho. I just realized I've never called you Sling. I always call you Slingshot. But anyway, as for those of you who don't know, if I ever pick up the phone, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Sling, talk to me." Also, I just realized his phone is upside down. It's not the point. That literally happened. I was in Walmart because we were supposed to record yesterday, but it didn't work out. Mm-hmm. I was in Walmart getting some stuff, and he finally calls me back, and he's like, "Yo, what's up?" I'm like, "Sling, talk to me." He's like, "Yo, what's up? You coming to record?" And I'm like, "Oh, you woke up." Is Oscar Hutchinson the Pontiac Bandit?
I will kill you.
Why?
No. But Oscar didn't have as good as a relationship with the main character. Let's keep it a buck. Jay Peralta is the main character.
Okay.
And there's no real main character, so you can't really compare.
Nolan.
Nolan's not the main?
Yes, he is. So the entire premise of the show is that he's a 40-year-old rookie.
Right.
Get with the fucking times.
Right, I know, but just because he was the start of the show, he's like the background story. Now the two main stories are Lucy and Tim, right?
Okay, Chenford
and what's his name again?
Chenford, the new rookie,
and the new rookie.
There's actually 4 storylines unfolding. So obviously you have the serial killer dude. But his storyline is kind of almost over. Like, they already arrested him.
We want him dead.
I thought you liked psychopaths.
I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't either.
See,
he fucked up Harper.
If you're a psychopath, let your family know you're a psychopath. Come on.
That's what's up.
Keep it in the family. Come on.
Keep it in the kids. Keep it in the family, my brother.
He wasn't a real
Keep it in the family, man.
Exactly.
Okay.
He didn't keep it in the family. He didn't. He's not a real psychopath. I don't like him. See, a real psychopath would teach his kids the importance of money.
Okay, what's wrong with you? We are gonna
A
get
lot of
flagged
shit.
so fast.
I know.
Like my channel is gonna be taken down in 2 weeks, and y'all are gonna wonder why. It's because this dude, whenever he opens his mouth, he says something so insanely stupid that the
Not
FBI is about to
insanely
bust through that
stupid.
fucking door.
Not insanely stupid. It's sanely against what's called the end. Against the what's called the end.
Normality.
No.
1 million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
I'm just gonna insert the 12 seconds later clip. Except and do like the you know, there's like
Actually,
one year later.
Uh,
And I'm not gonna do it because I have all this commentary of me saying I'm gonna do it. You know how it is.
okay. Whatever it's called again, the restriction thing of the thing you're not allowed to say. I just say every single one though.
Yeah.
That's just who I am.
You're like, guidelines? Who cares?
Yeah, fuck guidelines. I'm the guideline.
The code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
No, I'm just insane.
No, you definitely
hold on.
have to have an extra Y chromosome.
I have an extra chromosome. extra huge penis. Yeah.
Okay,
That was
that
a
out. Actually, edit that out. That's
Obviously.
okay, this is
No shit. Also, I'm not gonna go. Let's go back to the what was his name? The Pontiac Bandit.
What's his name again?
Fuck. Hey Google. No, that activated my phone. Hold on. Let's look it up real quick. What was the Pontiac Bandit's name? Doug Judy.
And
So Doug Judy, Oscar Hutchinson. Is there a universe in which they're parallel? Because like I feel like they're criminals, but they have an okay relationship with the cops.
no, but Doug and Jake are boys.
That's
Oscar's
true.
not boys with anyone.
That's fair. All right,
Oscar's hated them.
that's true. All right, next parallel. Hondo Harrelson.
Who the hell is that?
Daniel Harrelson, the fucking SWAT commander.
I don't know Swan.
All right.
We've been through this.
Oh fuck, you should watch it. It's a good show. Hondo Harrelson and Carl Gallagher.
Carl Gallagher is a psychopath.
In his younger years, yeah.
No, he was always a psychopath.
Didn't he become a cop?
Yeah, still a fucking psychopath.
Okay, so this
just
is
because you're a cop doesn't mean you can't be a psychopath. There's something called cops that are psychopaths.
you see. Here's the problem with this. If I become a cop, they're going to use this clip against me.
but be honest, right? There are such things cops that are psychopaths.
I mean, in the Rookie, you had that one cop that was a serial killer.
Exactly. Like Carl was a good cop, right? But he's still a psychopath.
Yeah.
Dude literally would beat the shit out of him. Give him a reason to fight you, he will fight.
By the way, okay, so I just started Shameless because I've been told that's a good show. But it's weird because I actually like the show. It's okay. It's a good storyline. But I have this take, and I want to know how many of y'all agree
No,
with me.
Shameless is disgusting.
It's okay. It has a decent storyline.
No, it's
At least so far.
It's just disgusting. Like the only other thing that's more inappropriate, but the storyline actually makes up because it's a really good storyline, is 50 Shades.
Okay, I
I
didn't
don't
watch the
think-
whole 50 Shades series.
Which ones did you watch?
This is going to make me look terrible, but only the first one. I never got around to the second two.
Oh wow! So you're like, you're like I'm already sexually fulfilled. The first one.
No, I was actually like about to throw up. I'm like, nope, not for me. I was like
No.
cringing all the way through the movie. I'm like, no, I can't.
I'm
do
being
this.
honest. What's like? Okay, so this I'm going to talk about. Honestly, I think it's justified what happened in the first movie because
Because
how-
of what?
no, because of how it ended. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break.
That's not how you fucking pause this thing. All right, sorry, I'm back. We have to pause it for a minute. Sure, here you go. We were talking about 50 Shades, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just, in my opinion, I think it's justified. What
Watch
happened?
it, the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And because she turns him into a romantic. But other than that, like,
How do you know that? You know more.
because I asked somebody, and the person asked, like, oh yeah. I'm like, okay, thank God. Because I'm like, the only
He doesn't
way.
turn him into a romantic. He's hopelessly in love with her. It's clearly, blatantly out.
The thing is, they like, I think they have like a full-on regular ass relationship.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
Okay.
Not
With
regular,
someone
regular.
that rich, you can never have a regular relationship.
Not regular, obviously, but what I was
You
saying was,
understand to the point where what's called the end.
yeah,
They were on a beach in Venice. You know how like in Venice everyone like goes
yeah,
nude in beaches, right? She's like so her and Gray, right,
okay,
were having an argument, right? Christian's like she's like telling Christian, why can't I take off my top, right?
okay.
And Christian's like, no, you can't. I don't give you permission, right? So they had
We're
like a
shaking the table.
right. So basically, then what happened was, so he goes for a swim, comes back, and she just took it off, right?
Careful, dude. You're shaking the
And
table.
she's like, why would anyone care about my boobs and a mountain of boobs?
Eh.
Who would
That's
care?
hilarious.
Right? And then Christian's like, people will care when it's some sleazy talloy tomorrow morning.
No, here.
That's like a literal explanation. You cannot have a normal relationship with someone that well. It's not possible.
Right. What I'm saying is though, like that's when I finished watching it, the first 50 Shades, and I'm like, there is no, this is literally only justifiable if she turns him into a romantic. Those are the words I used, but yeah, what I was trying to say. You understand what I was trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
And you confirm that, so like I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with it. Like I don't like that premise. So also like hot take. I think hold on. Hot
I guarantee
take.
you,
Hot
there's
take.
sexual things that people find weird that you like.
Fair.
Everyone has their own thing. Like don't kink shame. 20, and I don't give a shit what year it is. Like just don't kink shame. So everyone got their own thing.
Fair.
You know there are people in
Okay, hold on. Hot take.
and shit like that.
Okay, hot take. Okay. There is too many sex scenes. Like we gotta cut out all the sex scenes. No, I'm not saying all of them. Okay?
What?
I'm not saying we should
50 Shades?
No. In all Hollywood. Like all of media it's too many sex scenes. Like every single movie has ways
to it, if you go what I mean. Like there's not too many sex scenes, right? Number one.
There are way too many sex scenes. What are you
As
talking
a
about?
man, there's never too much sex.
Yeah. I'm gonna clip that, put that in the intro reel. There's never too much sex.
Okay? You can't ever have too much sex. It's just not possible. We're men. You're fucked.
Okay, here's my question. Okay, back to the parallels. Who is John Nolan's parallel in literally any universe? I can't seem to find one.
I feel like it has to be like a side character that has a decent role. John Nolan's such a complex character.
He's so freaking complex. He's niche. By the way,
What?
Nathan Fillion, absolute gem. You know, he's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was a blessing to like all of film.
Mm-hmm. Let me try to think.
Like all of cinema should worship John Nolan. Not whatever. I'm saying Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion's a great actor.
Hi. Excuse me. So I don't mean to bother you, but we're big fans of Firefly and Dr. Horrible.
Oh, I think you made a mistake. I'm not an actor.
Don't say that. I mean, you're not Dame Judi Dench, but you're pretty great.
Well, yeah, I get it. You think I'm Nathan Fillion, but I'm not. So if you don't mind, I would just love to eat my lunch. Come on.
Like a lot of his stuff.
Who's similar to him? I'm trying to think.
So I'm gonna go back to my Hondo Carl parallel while you think about this. They both like grew up in the hood and then went and became cops and started doing good for their community. That's what? Hondo Harrelson from SWAT. You said you didn't watch SWAT, which you should. It's amazing. I'm trying to think because like there are some great stuff that they do. So that's like the basics. I feel like I kind of drew up a basic thing in my head, but yeah, that's that. I want to go back to The Rookie a little bit because I feel like that's our favorite show.
Mm-hmm. One that we both watch at least.
Yeah.
Not my favorite show. My favorite show is anime.
How dare you? You remember last week when I said it's not my favorite show and you went ballistic?
I know, but it's the best show out of the ones I know you are.
Poker Face is fucking amazing. SWAT's fucking amazing.
You gotta watch Bella. I'm being serious. It's
Alright.
amazing.
Remind me, I'll watch it.
I'm being serious.
But seriously,
Don't
if there's
stop.
any recommendations, I think I'm seriously just gonna do a deep dive into all these movies. Just not like full on breakdowns, but favorite moments. Ooh, this is great. This is great. This is great. I don't remember what Star Wars because I don't know the Star Wars universe. Top Gun Maverick is literally just a fucking Star Wars ripoff.
The Top Gun Maverick looks better,
It's a Star Wars ripoff.
but it's better.
They have to hit a tiny ass target. The
But
first
it's
guy
better.
fails. He has to do it
It's
with no
better.
equipment, and they see the like.
But
I'm gonna
it's
pull. Okay,
better.
hold on.
It's better. Top Gun Maverick is better.
Okay,
It's
that's
better acting. It's better all around.
okay. That's fair. Oh, we'll be right back. Okay, basically, I saw this clip. I'm just gonna show it here as to why.
Hey, we're talking about the new Top Gun movie, so this is your spoiler alert. Ladies and gentlemen, this movie is fantastic. I've watched it once, and I'm probably going to go watch it again. There's a good reason it's fantastic, because it blatantly ripped off Star Wars. Don't believe me? Let's get a side-by-side comparison, shall we? Okay, so to start off, we've got our young male protagonist whose father died when he was a child. He is watched over from afar his whole childhood by his father's old best friend, who's also kind of sort of quasi-responsible for his father's death. Our main character is going to come of age and realize that he wants to follow his father's footsteps and become a warrior. Dad's old friend will then reluctantly take him under his wing to teach him. After the completion of said training, he'll be sent out on a very dangerous mission to destroy an enemy weapon of mass destruction. Luke will be sent to destroy the Death Star, and Rooster has to take out a uranium refining facility. And the only way to do either of these missions is for a small group of fighters to go at low altitude to avoid anti-aircraft weapons, and at high speeds to avoid enemy fighters who, quite frankly, look nothing alike. Now, the only way to take out a Death Star is to hit a ventilation shaft that is approximately 2 meters across with 2 proton torpedoes. Whereas Rooster actually has it easier because the ventilation shaft that he has to hit with a rocket is 3 meters across. Huge difference. Luckily, though, right before the main battle scene, both of the main characters will hear the voice of their mentor in their head. Luke will be told to use the Force and trust his feelings, and Rooster will be told not to think about it. Sounds awfully similar, but whatever. Now, in both movies, another character is actually going to fire at the ventilation shaft first, and for one reason or another, it's not enough. So that means it's our main character's time to shine. And wouldn't you know it, both of our main characters end up having to take the game-winning shot without any type of guidance technology. Luke just elects not to use his because he trusts his feelings more, whereas Rooster's guidance system is jammed, so he just has to make do. I'm trying to tell you, both characters have to swag the game-winning shot. And for those of you that don't know, swag is a scientific wild-ass guess. As fate would have it, they drain the 1 in a million half-court shot, thus creating a chain reaction that destroys both facilities. Now, it's at this point in filming that the directors of Top Gun realized that they filmed the entire movie with F-18s. And Star Wars did the whole thing with X-Wing fighters, and X-Wing fighters do that cool attack stance thing where their wings change. And they weren't about to get out cool guyed by George Lucas, so they're gonna have to have both main characters get shot down separately and then somehow find each other. And then together they'll magically stumble across an F-14 Tomcat, which is like one of the only American aircrafts that can change its wing pattern mid-flight. And needless to say, at some point during this long series of events, our main characters will have their lives put in jeopardy when the enemy fighter pilot gets behind them and is about to shoot them down. Luckily, they have plot armor, and the most arrogant character in the entire film will appear seemingly out of nowhere and shoot down the enemy pilot, thus saving the day. And if that's not enough to persuade you, at the beginning of the movie, Tom Cruise is flying some experimental aircraft that can go Mach 10, which sounds an awful lot like a hyper jump to me. And this all just happened in Top Gun: A New Hope. I can't wait to see what happens in Top Gun: North Korea Strikes Back, or Top Gun: Return of the Ace, where Rooster gets training from a legendary pilot from World War II. In conclusion, Top Gun is still definitely worth seeing. I certainly really enjoyed it, but at the end of the day, it's just Star Wars with Tom Cruise and no Wookiees. Thanks for watching.
Top Gun Maverick is literally just a Star Wars ripoff. It's fucking hilarious. It's great, but anyway, back to the matter at hand. Who is John Nolan's parallel? I still can't find that.
I'm trying to think. I know a lot of TV shows. It's just really hard to think.
Who is it? I don't think he exists.
There has to be. There's always in parallel.
There always is a parallel. I hear what you're saying. I have to think. I simply hold on. I have to think. I don't know. All right, we went way too far off the rails on this. I'm not gonna lie.
Just continue.
No, I'm saying just in general. We went very, very far away from what we like.
Yeah,
Originally in my head, I know.
go.
Originally in my
That's the
head, I
whole
had
point of this podcast.
Oh, 100%. That's also going in the intro reel, just for the
Yeah.
record. Oh, 100%. Boom. What's up? What else? I need That is an Adam Sandler move right there. What?
That's fucking. Oh, okay, like going completely off topic for a second.
That is literally that's literally our MO. Start with something specific in mind and then just go. Like, I had notes in my head of like 20 different parallels that are actually pretty good. And then my brain's like, nope, not today.
So basically, I just fuck with Adam Silver's style. So
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler, my bad. Adam
Oh, yeah, he's
Silver
fucking
is the
hilarious.
freaking commissioner of the NBA.
Actually?
Yeah, he is.
I did not know that.
All
Alright, I think we should close it out now.
Yeah, a little bit. I first want to do the Nolan thing. I'm trying to figure this out.
Alright, if you know who John Nolan's parallel is, let us know in the comment section below. Or you can always email us, and of course, if we do actually find a parallel, we will include it in our next episode. What else? Things I don't actually have a specific plan in mind for next episode like I do for this one.
I do.
Alright, you'll tell me afterwards.
No spoilers.
So next week is going to be a little bit complicated. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be able to film on Tuesday like I always do. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to film earlier in the week and have the edit ready for Saturday night. Monday?
Sunday. I'm always.
All right, Monday, whatever. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to film on Monday, so I have that extra day to do the edit. Simply because I'm traveling and there's a couple other things that are going to be going on. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing over there, but hopefully, we're going to be able to get that in. I will see you in the next episode. Actually, I should probably save that clip of me saying it. Anyway. Thank you for watching The Lore War. This is episode 2, Universe Parallels, and a lot more. It's
just universe parallels and a bunch of retarded shit. Retarded people.
Retarded shit. I think I'm going to rename the podcast. I'm officially renaming the podcast Retarded Shit.
You can't.
Of course I can't, but it's funny to say. And also it's like, we're a couple minutes in. And by that I mean like probably like 40-ish minutes in, so I don't got to worry.
Okay.
I'll do it again. Anyway, I'm going to close. You want to close that, Sling?
Alright. Keep it nerdy.
I'm just going to just move that clip to the end. Keep it nerdy. Just keep it nerdy. Bye. But anyway, why do you always get up a minute before I'm about to close up? Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching The Lore War. This is episode 2. Hope you enjoyed. Please, for the love of God, do me a favor. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. Do a little bit of something.
Don't identify you.
And then give you a follow, because if you can follow me, like, repay evil with kindness or something
no,
like that.
We don't.
If we don't do it, we will not be doing so. Oh no,
exactly.
We will be very, very upset. Drop a like. Mr. Duck really wants his ducklings to drop a like.
Yes.
Hold on, ducklings? Maybe? No. Okay, new intro unlocked. What's up, my ducklings? Welcome back to the Lore War.
I don't like it. I don't like it. We've been through this.
We've been through this. All right. Anyway, that's that. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.